Accompanied by authentic Maroon tour guides trained by the tourism product development company TPDCO, visitors can relive aspects of the Maroon life and culture. From the square, the road curves towards the parade ground where the Maroons would display military precision as they assembled before Captain Cudjoe to receive instructions before proceeding to do battle with the British. From here, the Maroons had a good vantage point from which to survey the plains below. This was one of the reasons it is said that the old Maroon town was abandoned in favor of this location on higher ground. Following a meandering pathway now lined with houses, visitors can make their way to the conference area of the Maroons. The ficus trees lining this path are said to represent the Maroon leaders, and beneath the last ficus is the metal sculpture of Cudjoe, armed for battle against the British. Standing proudly and surrounded by those stones on which the warriors once sat is perhaps the most outstanding symbol of the Maroons' strong pride, the Kinder or family tree. Sheltered by the leaves of the tree, the Maroons met to plan strategies to stave off the attacks of the British. Here, beneath the Kinder tree, the Maroons during these celebrations conduct their ceremonial ritual of preparing the food to be fed to their ancestors in the old town, which must not be white in color and must be cooked without salt or seasoning. Only Maroons can witness the ancient ritual of preparing the food seasoned only with herbs. Visitors are allowed to join the dancing and drumming of the Maroons once the food has begun cooking. The drumming and the dancing is an integral part of the food preparation for the ancestors, which continues until the food is fully cooked. Oftentimes, Maroons go into mayal, an elevated state into which it is believed the spirit of the ancestors has induced the person. Among the songs are those sung in African languages which tell of the victory of the Maroons over the British. Among the mysteries of the Maroons today is their ability to maintain so much of their African traditions without having had any direct linkages to the motherland Africa.
You use this for in the medicine of diabetic extraction.
And the tradition continues as the rudiments are taught to younger Maroons. For Vivienne, this knowledge of herbs is the legacy her grandfather passed on to her.
You would have pain in your knees, no doctor cure it. He was the only doctor. He would use the calabash, cut the calabash, scoop it, use white rum and other substance, and use the razor and cup the knee and put a suction there, and it would take out the bad blood. You call it clot. And then wrap it, tie it properly, and then for a couple of days he remove it and the wound heal.
And this legacy is to be used to generate income to sell the uniqueness of the Maroon culture. But January 6 is not only a ritualistic celebration of the Maroons, but also a means of securing monies to carry on the development of the town. And although the Maroons are well versed in living off the land, there are programs in place to provide a quality standard of life for themselves. And despite their semi-autonomous state, there is work by the formal government to ensure that the culture of the Maroons is maintained for the younger generations through the formal education system. But more than anything else, the celebration of the signing of the peace treaty and Cudjoe's birthday reinforced the pride of the Maroons and their indomitable spirit that made them fight and survive despite the odds. On a visit to a compound, the town draws visitors back in time to experience the strength of Africans, defiant and unwilling to become servants of colonial masters, who struggled and eventually triumphed over British imperialism. Even today, this spirit, remains strong in the land.
Obey road markings and traffic signs. Do not overtake at unbroken white lines. Where road lanes are separated by broken and unbroken white lines, you may cross or overtake if the broken white line is on your side. You should not overtake if the unbroken white line is on your side of the lane, even if there is no vehicular traffic approaching from the opposite direction and it appears safe to do so. Always position in the correct lane for the turn you intend to make at the approaching junction. Designated right lanes are not to be used by vehicles going straight ahead. When positioned for a right turn, do not project your vehicle across the path of the oncoming traffic. Never drive in or across a marked island, medians, or any other structure with hatched lines. Drive within the posted speed limit. Obey the law. It saves money, it saves time, it saves lives.
A message from the Road Safety Unit, Ministry of Transport and Works. Remember, road safety begins with you.
This is where we'll have to close the pages of this edition of Jamaica Magazine. Check us out tomorrow for another exciting program. And remember, this and other programs can be viewed online at www.jis.gov.jm. While you're at it, give us your feedback at Jamaica Magazine at jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the team here at BJIS, thanks for watching and have a great evening.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.